So I'm sure you've heard of a Cioppino, but today I'm going to show you how I make a Cheappino. Hang in there, let's get into it. Alright, so I got some chopped up fennel, I got some chopped up celery, and then some chopped up white onion. Probably about a half a cup of each. We're just going to soften these down to get our Cheappino started. Alright, our vegetables are sweated down. I got about 2, maybe 3 tablespoons of some minced garlic I'm going to add. And then I got some fennel tops. Now you don't have to use the fennel. Some places it's kind of hard to find. I just saw it at the grocery store and thought, you know, that's part of it, let's use it. Let me get this mixed in real good. I got a 28-ounce can of some diced tomatoes that I'm going to throw in there. Alright, and I'm going to add a half a cup of some Chardonnay. And we're going to add an 8-ounce can of some tomato sauce. Alright, we're going to bring this up to a boil. Alright, this is starting to get a little simmer. What I got is some fresh basil. You can use dried if you want. And then I got some fresh oregano. Again, a dried version will work well in this as well. And then next, while it's coming up, I'm just going to add some house seasoning, salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. Alright, so we got us a little bit of a boil going in. I got a black drum fillet that I just happen to have in the freezer. At the store I found this seafood mix, which is essentially the octopus, mussels, calamari, and shrimp. Then we got our mix that we thawed, and then I did rinse it. I like to, whenever I get seafood out of the freezer, I like to rinse it off. To me, it gets rid of some of that fishy flavor that you get. I'm just going to dump this down in there, just submerge it into our gravy here. Let that come back up to a simmer. I'm not going to stir this a bunch because I don't want to break that fish up too bad, but I do want to move it around a bit. Now everything in that bag is pretty much pre-cooked, so we just kind of got to warm it up. While it's coming up, I'm going to add the juice of 1 lime. Alright, so we come back up to a simmer. I'm just going to check a piece of that fish. Nice and flaky, it's cooked all the way through. And you don't have to do this, but when I was digging through the freezer looking for the fish, I found some frozen cooked shrimp. So I'm just going to go ahead and add them in here to add a little more protein. Stir that in. We're going to shut that pot off, cover it up, and let it sit while I go make some bread. Alright, so we got our Cheappino here. I'm just going to put some here on the plate. Man, that's good. Man, that's good. Let me grab some of this other stuff here. Mussel. Some of that calamari and octopus. Man, that is outstanding. The best part is taking some of this bread and sopping up some of that juice. Man, that's good. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.